Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me on this video. And today I want to talk a little bit about meeting the person where they are in their journey of dementia. So before I start that, I just want to say that supporting somebody through their journey of dementia is very challenging. It's unique, it's dynamic, it changes from one day to the next. So I adopt, and I've told you this before, I adopt the saying, every day different, each day new, or each day new, every day different, whichever way you want to put it, doesn't really matter. What it means is that tomorrow could be a totally different day than yesterday. Today could be a totally different day than tomorrow. So the most important thing here is focusing on the present moment, the here, the now. It's all that matters. Tomorrow doesn't matter, yesterday doesn't matter, last week doesn't matter, and next week doesn't matter. Today matters. Not even today, but now, this moment, this very second is what matters to people who are living with dementia. If you're interacting and engaging with somebody living with dementia, and it's a positive interaction, and it matters then, and it makes the person smile, and they're having a good time, and they're enjoying your company, and enjoying doing the things that they do, that is true connection. That is engagement. That is what we're looking for, isn't it? That's what we want to do. That's what we always want it to be like. In an hour, they may have forgotten. It doesn't matter. What matters is at that moment in time, they were in the moment. They were in the zone. They were enjoying themselves. They were having fun. They were connected. They were engaged. So here's a little tip about that. If you're doing things like that and you know that it's likely that Betty or David will forget and say, oh, we never do anything, we never go anywhere, then have it recorded. Record it on your phone and you'll be able to share it with them. And that's, good memories. So meeting the person where they are at is what is so important. Validating that individual's belief system. One thing we must never ever do is argue with that person. If somebody says something is real, then to them it is real. Therefore, we validate that, we support that. And it doesn't mean we're lying to them. It means we are dealing with their underlying anxieties and fears. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning and you're living in the house that you've lived in for 50, 60 years, and you're looking around and you don't recognise it. You don't recognise your environment. And you notice somebody next to you in the bed. They've been in the bed with you for 50, 60 years. You don't recognise them. Just imagine the fear and anxiety that grows in that individual at that moment in time. So it's at that moment in time that you have to be kind, that you have to meet the person where they are. And this isn't my house. I don't live here. Oh, okay. Okay. Tell me about your house. Tell me about where you do live. You're not my wife. You're not my husband. I don't know you. Oh, okay. Tell me about your husband. Tell me about your wife. Tell me about them. And don't contradict them. Don't argue with them. Be there. Be present. Be in the moment. Validate. When is my mum coming? When is my mum coming? Well, we don't say, you're 98 years of age, so, your mother died a number of years ago. We don't say that. Why don't we say that? That's reality. That's the truth. Why don't we say that? We don't say that to somebody who is living with dementia because it's as though it is the first time they have ever heard it, and you have just started the grief process, the grieving process, the cycle. You've just started it with shock. Then there's going to be anger and denial. So you have just triggered a behavior that we don't want, we don't need. So what do we do instead? We say, oh, what's your mum's name? Dorothy. Really? My mother's called Dorothy too. What a coincidence. When you're hanging out with your mum, what kind of things do you do? Well, we go shopping, we go to the cinema, we go out for lunch. Fantastic. What do you go to see at the cinema? Oh, James Bond. We love James Bond. You do? Oh, I'm a huge James Bond fan. What's your favourite James Bond movie? Live and Let Die. Yes, we have that. We have it. We can watch it. Do you want to watch it? Shall we watch it together? Make a cup of tea. Have some, some snacks. Watch some movie. Now, what you've done, you have entered that person's world. You have supported their belief system and validated it. And you have addressed their fear and anxiety. Because that is the time when you want your mum. You want your mum when you're feeling anxious, when you're afraid, when you want a hug, when you want some comfort, when you want to borrow some money. Those are the times, the key moments when you want your mother. So validate it and support it, and then